Good morning, guys. We're going to finish up the week with indirect measurement, okay? So go ahead and press pause so you can go ahead and copy the notes. All right, make sure you do leave yourself enough space here. I think I'm going to start changing these to where we just write them together, okay? But this is the last one we'll do where we pause, okay? All right. So indirect measurement, what is it? Well, we can use this to find the measurement of objects that are too difficult to directly measure, okay? Like I cannot measure a 10-story building at all, okay? So what we do is we're gonna go ahead and compare it to something that's pretty much close by it. So we're gonna be using triangles, actually is what we're doing, okay? So similar shapes and proportions are used to find the measurement. So that's what we're using. We're using something similar to it, okay? These questions usually deal with a tree or a flagpole and the shadow. Okay, you're going to be comparing it to shadows pretty much. All right, now to solve these, you set up a proportion. So we're going to do a ratio for each object. Okay, the ratio for a tree and a ratio for a human. Okay, a man or a woman, whatever. Okay, and then once you have that proportion, it's a matter of cross multiplying and dividing. That's all we have to do. Okay, so let's get into some examples here. We have a tree. We don't know how tall the tree is, but I do know it casts a shadow 24 feet long, okay? At the exact same time, a 6-foot man casts an 8-foot shadow, okay? So since they're at the exact same time, I can compare the two to find how tall the tree is rather than going and getting a big ruler and ladder and figuring it out, okay? So this is what we do. So I'm going to have two ratios. We're going to have a ratio for the tree. There's that one. And I'm going to have the ratio for, I'm just going to call it a human. And there's his ratio, okay? So let's plug in the numbers that each one belongs to. Now, I'm going to put on top how tall the tree is. And here, I actually don't know how tall the tree is, so that's where my X is going to go, okay? What else is given to me? The shadow's length. So underneath how tall it is, I'm going to put, well, how long is this shadow? Okay. And in this case, the shadow is 24 feet. Okay. You could put feet here if you need to. So I'm doing how tall the tree is versus how long the shadow is. The way you set this one up now determines how you're going to have to set this one up. So since I put how tall the tree is on top, how tall my human is goes on top. So he is 6 feet tall. So that's going to go on top. Okay. And then since I put the shadow of the tree on the bottom, I have to put the shadow of the man or the human on the bottom. So he's 8 foot, the shadow. So 8 foot shadow. So they have to be set up the same way. Tall, tall, shadow, shadow. Now what we can do is go ahead and use this information to solve the proportion. So if you remember, we're going to cross multiply 24 times 6. So that gives me 6 times 4 is 24. 144 equals, and we go the opposite direction, remember? 8 times x is 8x. And then to solve these, like we've been solving equations all this time, divide. Divide by 8 to get rid of it. Okay? And that's going to leave us, cancel, cancel. I'll do the math up here in my empty spot. 144 divided by 8, that goes 1 time. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, so 64, and that is 8 times. So 18 equals x. So I can guesstimate that this is 18 feet tall. Okay, so that's how we use indirect measurement. All right, so just make sure when you set these up that I do write these over here to keep me in line. So this reminds me how tall the tree is goes on top, which means how tall the human is goes on top. How long is the shadow of the tree? Okay, well, how long is the human's shadow? So you have to make sure that they do belong together. Okay, so pictures, that's how you do it with the pictures. Now let's go into a word problem. Okay, exact same thing, except you're not going to have a visual. You have to look for those keywords. Now, if you're like me, I like pictures and stuff. So if you want to draw a picture to help you, do it. Okay, it'll help you in the long run. So let's take a look. A cactus casts a shadow that is 15 feet long. A gate nearby is 3 feet high and casts a shadow that is 5 feet long. Find the height of the cactus. So I like to draw pictures. So I'm going to go ahead and draw pictures. Now I see that a cactus casts a shadow that is 15 feet long. So here is my cactus here. And there's the thorns. Don't make fun of my drawing. There's my cactus, okay? And it says it has a shadow. So here's a shadow that is 15 feet long, okay? So that's that information. Let me keep on reading now. A gate, okay, so now I have a gate. So I'm going to draw a gate. So there's my gate. It's a chain fence gate. I'll make it there. Okay, and there's the handle, I guess. Okay, there's a gate. All right. A gate nearby is 3 feet high. So I know from here to here is 3 feet. So he's 3 feet tall. And he casts his shadow. So here's his shadow. That is 5 feet long. Find the height. So that means I need to find how tall that cactus is. So you see, just by drawing a picture, it helps me out to figure out, oh, okay, I can exactly see who belongs with who. Okay. So when I write my little ratio here, here's the cactus. I'm going to put how tall he is, I don't know, over the shadow, which is 15 feet. Okay. And then do the same thing with my gate over here. My gate is 3 feet tall, and his shadow is 5 feet. Okay. Now that I have it set up perfectly, I can go ahead and cross multiply and divide. So 15 times 3 is 45. And go the opposite direction. 5 times x is 5x. Oh, this is going to be a nice one. Divide both sides by 5 to get the x alone. And cancel, cancel. 45 divided by 5 is 9. So I can tell you that the height of the cactus is about 9 feet high. Okay? Not too bad, right? It's more proportions. You've solved them. You should know how to solve them. The main thing with proportions, no matter what kind you're doing, similar figures, scale drawings, anything, you have to set it up correctly. Write these down. If you just put numbers, believe it or not, you are going to make a mistake eventually, okay? So if you take the time to write these, it should be easy because now it's a matching game. You know how to match tall over tall, shadow to shadow, okay? All right. I want you to try some out, okay, on your own. I just put one of them here so you can try it out. So go ahead and try. Not limited space here. Okay, go ahead and try that one. Go ahead and press pause, copy it down, and try it out, and then come back and press play and see if you got the right answer. Okay. All right, let's see if you got the right answer. A palm tree casts a shadow that is 44 feet long. So I'm a picture person, so I don't know how to draw a palm tree. They're the ones that look like that, right? um, don't laugh. There's my palm tree. Okay. My palm tree casts a shadow that is 44 feet long. So I can do the shadows pretty well. So this is a shadow, 44 feet long. All right. He's done. A 6-foot ladder. So Here's my ladder. Yeah. Okay. My 6-foot ladder. Oh, so that tells me the height. Perfect. So this is 6 feet tall. Casts a shadow. There's a shadow. That is 16 feet long. 16 feet shadow. How tall is the palm tree? So I need to figure out how tall this guy is right there. So let's set it up. Okay. So for my tree, I'm going to do how tall he is, which is X over his shadow, which is 44 feet. And now my ladder is 6 feet tall with a 16-foot shadow. See? Just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply. 44 times 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 264. And then opposite direction will be 16x. Okay. Divide both sides by 16. Do the math. It goes one time. Until 104. 4, 9, 8, 7, 6. 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 96. Okay. 8. And add a 0. 16 into 80. 5. Perfect. So he is 16 and a half feet tall. There you go. How'd you do? Did you get that one right? 16.5. Good. Okay. If not, go ahead and do as much as you can on the Google form. Make sure you write those answers down on a separate sheet of paper, just in case the Google form happens to X out or times you out. I think if it times you out, it erases everything. And then come to the Google Meets, and I'll go over a few of the problems like always. Okay. Y'all have a great day.